For Asgard, I want to say thank you to the past legends, Hall of Famers from the game of basketball. Mostly you can say NBA, because that's what I grew up on. I want to say thank you. Reason why I'm doing this is because as of late, especially this year, with Chet Walker, Bill Walton, Jerry West, Mutombo, to say a few, they've passed away. When I was a child, I used to read about these NBA players. In the video games, used to read about their stats, read books. I want to learn. I want to know about these basketball players. And to me, as I'm reading them, even though during the time some did pass away, like Pete Maravich, Bill Walton, but even then, reading about these players who are still around, the Bill Russells, the Elgin Baylors, the Jerry Wests at the time, I looked at them as basketball gods. I looked at them as they can never die. They can't die. Even as I grow older, I say it, they just can't die. But I know they do. But every time I hear about another NBA player going, I always say, another one, not another one. I always say they're just dropping. Because one day you're reading about these players who are alive. You look at their Wikipedia page, you see born, you see current, either they're playing, either they're coaching, either they're doing something in the atmosphere of basketball. But now you read their wiki, it's born and you see dead or died. And I want to say, if you never hear it, maybe those that have passed on are hearing it, I don't know. But those of you who are still around, legends of the game, thank you. Thank you. Many people that, play this game of basketball, they have really no respect for the game. When I say that, a lot of them will make fun and mock the beginning of the game. And I got to give my respects to the inventor of the game of basketball, James Naismith. He invented the game, Canadian, invented it in Massachusetts in America. Thank you. But, back on track, a lot of people will mock the pioneers of the game, those that first started playing the game. They will mock. They will make fun of the way they're playing. How can you do that? These are pioneers that helped allow you to play the game. If it weren't for them dribbling the way they're dribbling, shooting the way they're shooting, we would not be where we are. We would not be where we are today. It would be impossible without them. They're the foundation. Without the foundation, we'd be nothing without basketball. It's just like, a baby, mocking a baby. Well, how could you mock a baby? A baby is a foundation of an adult, of a person. Any early stage of anything is a foundation and should be respected. Whether it isn't on par of what we're doing today, or if it's wrong or bad technique, like, we can't be mocking it. We gotta respect it. You could not expect them to play the way we're playing today. That doesn't make any sense. How could they just play the way we're playing today? It doesn't make any sense. But they helped from the early stages, the first players, from the associates that helped James Naismith, they helped build this game to where it is today. And we have some of them that will just mock. They will mock these early pioneers for trying to play the game for us to play. They'll mock it. But I say thank you. Without them, there is no us. And we're always learning from one another. Always learning from one another. The 50s learned from the 40s, 60s learned from the 50s, 70s learned from the 60s, 80s from the 70s, 90s from the 80s, thousands from the 90s, and so forth. We are always learning. Coaches that played in the beginning, always learning. Holy, my God. Always learning. We learn to play the game we learned from adults. We learn from NBA players that are in the league, currently in the league. So if you're gonna mock those from the 40s, you gotta mock your elders as well. Those that are a little bit older than you. We can't do that. Obviously, every coach, every team is gonna be doing something different. We gotta respect the game. Respect the pioneers, the legends, the Hall of Famers, past and present, still here, gone. Have to respect it and give our thanks to them. Without them, there is no basketball. Without these coaches, without these mentors, without other players, there is no basketball. They're coaches, assistant coaches, trainers from the 40s, 50s, 60s. The psychologists, there's like other scientists that tried to help develop this game. Gotta thank them for what they've done, what they've established. Thank you, legends, pioneers, every team. And I really don't agree with the way the game is, last decade or so. And I don't know if I can say thank you to them as well. I mean, their help carrying the game on as well. Yeah, I guess I can say thank you, but same time right now, the game isn't where it should be. But it is what it is. But I cannot say thank you enough. Thank you for this game. The nostalgia, the video games, the reading these books. The impact you've made. I mean, you look at me and you take away basketball. What would I be doing? I really don't know. Here I am, watching and hearing about the logo, Jerry West dying, man. Bill Walton, man. I used to look at these guys' wiki pages from time to time, their stats from time to time, reading about them. Always seeing that they're born, that they're still here, they're doing something for the game, something within the game. And then to hear that they're gone, it's like, can't be. I mean, no, it is, but it's like, I thought they would always be here. They helped with this game, helped with the NBA, helped with basketball. with me, even going to the library. If it wasn't for basketball, I probably never would have went to the library. Had a chance to sit in the library reading basketball books, buying basketball books. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Pioneers from the, 20s, 30s, 900s, 800s. Thank you. Without them, there is no us right now. We went from dribbling, crouching with their, dribbling the way they're dribbling and these unorthodox shooting. So where we are today is because of them. Imagine if we figured everything out in the beginning, there would be no evolution. Then things would get boring and stale. Evolution is important. Sometimes we're going to hate it. We're going to love it. Right now, I don't really like the way the basketball is right now, but I still respect the game. I still respect the history, the legends, the pioneers, past and present. Thank you. Thank you. If I say my top two players, no doubt my top two players of all time, Julius Erving and Reggie Miller. Julius Erving, the first time I heard about Julius Erving was playing NBA Live 2003. And every time this guy dunked, it was Julius Erving. This guy was dunking from the free throw line, the afro. And I read about him. My God, this guy was it, man. Classy, one of the greatest players of all time, and he should be, in that talks about being the greatest of all time. I don't understand why he's not. I don't understand why he isn't. ABA champion, NBA champion, averaging 20 plus points, killing it, man. I really don't understand why he's not, in talks of that. Reggie Miller, I like Reggie Miller because he's different. Here's a guy that's so skinny, dominating from 3 points, dominating just by shooting. Dominating the 90s just by shooting. If the 90s were so easy, if basketball in general was so easy, how could the skinny guy dominate with just shots like that? I admire the Reggie Miller, his clutch shots. Again, Reggie, Julius Erving, they're just both classy players. Maybe that's why I'm so attracted to them, because they're so classy. My all-time starting five: Magic Johnson at the 1, Julius Erving at the 2, Larry Bird 3, Bill Russell 4, Wilt Chamberlain 5. That was my starting 5. My ultimate starting 5 when I played NBA Live 2003. And that's been my starting 5 since then till now. Any NBA game I play, they're my team. Any NBA game I play, Magic, Irving, Bird, Russell, Wilt. Always, that is always going to be my team. Always my ultimate starting 5. Always. Always. If I had to choose a 6th man, Reggie Miller. This is my team. But this team, it doesn't diminish other legends. It doesn't diminish anyone else in the game. The Elgin Baylors, the Moses Malones, the McKinnons, the Jabbars, the Worthies, the Draxlers, the Hakeem, the Ewings, the T-Macs, the Vince, the Steve Nashes. It does not diminish them. It just isn't about disrespect to any player. These are just my 5 that I've known, that I've always liked. since 2003. That's 20 years, man. Every NBA game I've played, 2004 a little bit, 2008, 2K11, 2K, I think 2K19, 2K20, probably a few other games there. These were always my guys. Always my guys. I just love this game. Love the history and the pioneers. The story, man. Such a beautiful game. But unfortunately, the way it is today, I just don't like it. Don't like the overhype, the over the stunts. Like today, it's I'm going off tangent a little bit, but today it's these players are just stuntmen. They're just stuntmen. Dribbling, over dribbling, dunking. That's it. Like we rarely see team plays. I know they're probably there, but most of the highlights I see, or all the highlights I see, it's just individual highlights. That's fine and all, but I like the team aspect of it. The simplicity of the game. I love fancy too, but the simplicity, the style of the game, the competitiveness, the intellectualness of the game, the smarts, the simple, the system of the game. All this fancy stuff, these threes and all that, it's has its pros and cons, but I'm not a fan of it. But again, I respect the game, and one more time, I gotta keep saying thank you to James Naismith, to the pioneers, to those that helped make this game, invent this game, the early players of the game. Whether you scored a point or not, knew how to play or not, whether you were a scrub or not, a bench player or not, you were in the game. If you helped the game, supported the game, coaches, assistant coaches, trainers, past, present, those that have gone, those that are still with us, I say one more time, thank you. With that I say, for Asgard.